Sometimes when you watch a baseball game, you're like, oh, congratulations, that's really awesome to your opponent. And I'm going to do that today as the Minnesota Twins have tied a franchise record with their 18th consecutive game with a home run. They won 5-1 today. Mitch Haniger had the only offense to speak of for the Mariners today with a nice home run. His first home run actually since May 7th, which is, if you know, almost 2 months ago, which is really unfortunate. The rest of the Mariners looked bad. They just looked bad. Bryce did not look terrible. He gave up 2 runs. Not a bad line. He does get stung with the loss, even though like we could have come back. Lots of stuff could have happened, and we just didn't. I don't. I really win-loss records for pitchers do not matter to me. But the reason he got hit with the loss is because we were down 2-1 when he came out and never took the lead again. Mitch Garver got a golden sombrero today, which is hilarious. Julio went 0 for 4 but didn't strike out and elevated the ball twice, which was actually pretty nice that that happened. I was quite excited for that to have happened. Didn't get it out. Didn't He advanced a runner a couple of times. It was pretty good. He had an all-right game. I definitely think he could have done better, but eh. Rojas made a key error, and then I can't exactly remember when it happened. It was in the sixth, the top of the sixth. JP went to throw to Rojas, and Rojas wasn't covering the bag because there were shifts, and it didn't get right, and just things didn't happen, and that led to one of the runs scoring. We gave up 3 runs there, and then there was no scoring in the seventh, eighth, or ninth. We had 3 really quick innings on both teams. Bizzardo came in and finished out the game after Sauce got 2 outs in the eighth. Bizzardo came in and pitched 1 and a third innings, including the ninth, and he actually did really well, other than the part where he almost beaned a guy in the head. That's something that, like, if you see a pitcher almost bean a guy in the head, that's something where I think that should be an immediate. And I'm not just saying this as a Mariners fan or not a Mariners fan, as a fan of baseball and that wants safety. If you bean a guy in the head, or if it looks like you're about to bean a guy in the head, you should probably get just an automatic 5-game suspension. Because it's really dangerous. The only uh, the only fatality in Major League Baseball history is actually from something like that happening. In the early days of Major League Baseball, someone got hit in the head and unfortunately succumbed to their injuries a few days later. And of course, for 30,000 people and almost 260,000 games, it's a really good record, but I'd prefer it if we knew we were going to be safe. Uh, the Mariners had the bottom three, 7, 8, and 9, only had 3 plate appearances each today, which is unfortunate, as every player on the Twins had 4 plate appearances and Castro had a fifth, which is just, if you're not having those extra plate appearances, you're guaranteed 27 plate appearances per game. You're guaranteed 27 up. And if you go 27 up, 27 down, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, cool, perfect game got thrown, tip your cap. But as of right now, as of the conclusion of this game, the Mariners have 2 hitters in the starting lineup on the interstate, and that's Garver and Polanco. Polanco's average actually, no, it went down. It went down again. He went 1 for 3 today. Our superstar Julio Rodriguez is only OPSing at 628. He might have an OPS under 500 by the end of next month. It's not good. I did enjoy seeing Will Castro get a golden sombrero. It's just one of those things where it's like, cool. I enjoy when our pitching staff is able to do something like that. The extra plate appearances that the Twins had were the reason why they won. If the Mariners had been able to be more productive, move runners in scoring position, hadn't struck out 15 times, going into the bottom of the ninth, the Mariners and Twins had both struck out 12 times. Obviously, the Twins stayed on 12, but the Mariners struck out 1, 2, 3 to end the game. That's not how you win a baseball game. If you're trying, and unfortunately, it looked like every single one of the Mariners players that came up at that point was like, I'm going to try to win this game on one swing, which they couldn't. There was nobody on base. and because there was nobody on base, they just kept swinging at things that didn't make any sense to swing at, and it was just really just sad to watch. So I'm hoping that the Mariners can figure it out. One more game tomorrow, 1:10 p.m., and I believe we actually have Monday off. I'm gonna double check that right now. Um, we play the Orioles. Oh yeah, there's only 3 games on Monday. It's Astros, Jays, Mets, Nationals, Brewers, Rockies. So yeah, we have Monday off, which is great because we need a day off. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.